Hello there, everybody. Welcome back for some more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And we are now, I guess, hunting for the androids. But before we do that, we gotta go back to we gotta go back to Goku's house and then talk to Chi-Chi. So yeah, there's that. I figured since you guys actually enjoy the Kakarot playthrough so far, I'm just gonna skip through this stuff just a little bit. Actually, I probably shouldn't. I forgot that this was kind of part of the main thing going on, and probably shouldn't be skipped. I'm gonna turn my mic up just a tad. I had it turned. Ooh, that's kind of way too loud. Cause like, wait, now it's good. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Check. I don't know. It feels kind of loud, but like it seems like it's peaking, but I'm not sure. Ah, well, who cares? So anyway, yeah, I was doing stuff on my second channel, Hardcore Guides, and I have to have my mic turned up so that way it can, you know, pick me up a lot better. And there we go. Okay. Anyway, so back to what I was explaining. You guys seem to actually enjoy Kakarot so far, so I figured, you know what? You guys at least deserve another episode or two because, you know, it's been a while, I guess. Thing is, I usually don't record a lot of these in one sitting because they are an hour and a half long. And it's not that, like, me doing an hour and a half is terrible. Kind of depends on the day, you know. If it's, like, on a day before work, it might be kind of hard. What the fuck? Why does his neck and his head look Am I the only one that's seeing that? That looks so wrong. It looks so off. I mean, it could just be because of the shading. But yeah, like, it's gotta be an angle situation, not really the shading, but it's gotta be like an angle situation. Like, it just looked fucking off. Goku just got a giraffe neck out of nowhere. That was off-putting. Anyway, so, yeah, these things are like an hour and a half long videos, so it basically kind of is 2, maybe 3 episodes in one, technically speaking, so that's partly why I don't do them very often. And plus, I'm kind of running out of space on my computer to be recording. I probably shouldn't be doing this one right now, but too late. It should be fine. If worse comes to worse, I'll just go on, get rid of some of the stuff from my Elgato that's for the second channel. But I need to, like, you know, put those out, basically. That's the only problem, though. And, yeah, I've only done, like, 6, which the last 3 have not been commentated or even uploaded yet, so there's that. But I need to make more room. And these videos usually take about a good amount of gigs, unfortunately. Alright. And then before I did this, I was actually, because I guess to kind of add some context, so Persona 3 Reload came out, right? And I've been looking forward to it for a while, and of course my brother has too. It's his favorite game, is Persona 3. Persona 3 FES, particularly. For those that don't know, FES is Festival. They pretty much added the Festival and other Personas in it. It was just kind of like a, not a remastered, but, you know, just more of like an updated version for the PS2 back then, right? So, he absolutely loves Persona 3, and I do too, because Persona 3 was one of the first ones I actually played. Yeah, the first Persona game I actually played too, so I have some nostalgia bias for it. And I went to GameStop that very day that it came out, but they were like, oh, we already sold our copies. I'm like, ah, fuck. And they're like, oh, but we can mail it to you, you know, we can mail you a copy. And I'm thinking, you know, because my brother already went through some shit with GameStop already, fucking him over for trying to pre-order, you know, Under Night. So I was like, kind of half and half at that point, and just thinking, I was like, ah, fuck it, I'll just get it mailed, I guess. It's okay. Which, I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea. It doesn't really matter. I still got it anyway. But I was kind of a little bit worried about it, you know. I kind of get worried about games, especially more so nowadays. I always have like that lingering thought in the back of my head of, there could always be something that's going to be wrong with it. There's going to be something that I might not like. It depends on the game and the game series. But I'm always kind of afraid that that's going to happen. And I guess to some people you could say like, well, that just ruins the surprise. That just kind of ruins, the game for you if you're just going to think that something bad's going to be going on. It depends on what it is. Because like for Persona 3, this is the game I grew up with. And it's like, I didn't want them to really completely trash it or anything like that. Which, I guess just to say now, they didn't really technically trash it. There's just some things I just don't like, but there are some things that are new that are fine. I don't know, I'm kind of half and half on it. I'm just weird. And by the way, it doesn't happen for every game. Like, for Metroid Dread, I was just pure excited the whole way through. I was sitting there waiting on my hands. I'm like, please, please be good. Like, you've got to be good. Like, there's no way they could fuck this one up that bad. And they didn't. And I was glad. And, that happened. But with Persona 3, I don't know. It just, in my honest opinion, it's alright. I mean, if you're really wanting another Persona game like I did, and you want to play something that at least feels Persona-ish, this can work. Especially if you haven't played P3, any of the originals. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, talking and bitching about this, that, or the other about it, but... Where are we going now? We're going somewhere. We might have to go to West City or something, I don't know. Fuck. But yeah, I have a lot of... I guess you could say minor complaints, mostly, but it's fine. Like, if you want another Persona thing, that's fine. For me, though, I'm... Where the fuck are these... Sage, water, and godly grow fertilizer? Where the fuck would those be at? I'm just looking in the background, just watching things fly by, watching cars drive. It's very weird. I don't know where you would find... Hold on. Let me check the encyclopedia then and see if that maybe gives me any sort of hint. Not at all. That's just shit that I... Hold on. Uh-huh. Wow. I just... Okay. I still find it weird that they don't show you much. I don't know. I might actually have to just look this up, because I don't know where the fuck they're hiding it at. I don't think Goku... I don't even know if Goku's going to give me anything to work on here. And I looked at the world map, I didn't see shit. Maybe one of the vendors might have some. I don't know. I don't have any money for nothing anyway. I think so. But yeah, like I said, I don't really want to get too crazy. But if you're looking for another SMT game, or I feel like it might end up being more so SMT related than it might be Persona related, but oh, fuck off. Well, there's stuff. I mean, there's Dragon Balls again. Hold on. I just now realized the game tells you where it tells you about D-metals being a thing. Let's just go look somewhere, and if I can't find it like the next few minutes, I'll just look it up real quick. But yeah, there's a game, it's called Metaphor that's coming out, so look for that when it happens, basically. So hopefully it'll be good. There we go, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't remember if Korin and Yajirobe even told me. I can probably just go back. And maybe they might give me a hint. Because I don't really want to try to look it up. I kind of want to just have them tell me. Hold on, just leave it with my phone real quick here. Sorry. There's another thing. Yeah, but where are they? Okay. Some in the sacred land of Korin. You should... Going up. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess if I just drop down, I'm able to find it. Hold on. Things are popping up my... Oh. Yeah, you see, this is what happens when you just actually, like, read text and don't, you know, fuck around and then try to, I don't know, not pay attention to shit, I guess. My bad, folks. My bad. Just ignore me. Alright, so somewhere around here, somewhere. Well, there's, of course, you know, father-in-law. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, oh, that's one of them. Okay, cool. Wait, what's that down there? That's just the sun. It's just the sun glowing on it. But yeah, kind of off topic, but on topic toward Kakarot, though. I probably should maybe go ahead and try to do a bit more content. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I saw something on Google that... I get those Google articles that are talking about shit, but... It basically was stating that we might get the original Ys game, as in YS. I've not really ever played the Ys games before. They seem kind of neat, and I always kind of wanted to, but apparently that's what's going on. I actually unironically thought it was an SMT thing for a second here. I wasn't really paying attention. But according to this, there's like a fucking catch. It's some Games Radar article, so I don't... Yeah. Something about, like... yeah, trying to get you to read. Oh. I guess the catch is, it might not be translated, so there's that. Just like, again, since, you know, we're talking about SMT stuff, basically the original SMT stuff. You know what? Fuck this. Just get on with it. Let's give me the sensu bean so I can get out of here and go do things. I just realized, we're still, like, in the Android saga. We're still doing that. Alright, cool. I think for sensu beans, you have to equip them. I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, I think you actually have to equip them in your inventory thingy. I mean, really, there's only one true way to find out, I guess. Which would be now. Right now. Right now. I know I keep taking a long time to do things. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just an automatic thing that just does its stuff for you. Because once again... Well, yeah, there's sense of being seed. But once again, I didn't really read shit. It wouldn't be there. It wouldn't be a meal. I would... Alright, whatever. I think it actually is automatic. If I remember correctly, I think it is. Because, like, would it make sense if it was? Because then you could have, like, somebody else throw you one your way. Because, like, if you get knocked down, like, who's going to save Goku at that point, right? Sorry, it's been, like, a week since I've played this, so my hands are not exactly the best at anything. Anyway, so I guess to explain a few things. On my other channel, on Hardcoring Guides, I am now currently doing a guide of Metroid Dread 0% items on Dread mode. And I did record the entire thing, and I did finish recording the entire thing. However, I had like 20 episodes because they were all just like going to like the nearest upgrade and stuff. Getting the next upgrade, and that's what the videos were about, pretty much. So, of course, yeah, I don't have everything uploaded. There's like 20 of them. And a lot of them are like maybe a couple minutes long. They're not that bad. But still. There's at least 3 episodes up right now, as we speak. Which most likely, this episode of Kakarot will probably be uploaded today. Which today is like February 8th. So, give you guys a good idea of when I'm actually recording this stuff. That way you can see how unlazy I am. Be like, wow, I can't believe you uploaded a video today. And it's like, yep. Are you surprised? I tend to do that. I tend to be pretty good at uploading sometimes. I mean, to be fair, it's a lot easier to upload nowadays, because all I have to do is just, while I'm in Elgato, just go to the video editor itself, and then just edit from there. Just cut at the beginning part, because I usually do like a 3, 2, 1 thing to give myself a heads up of where the video starts. And yeah, that's how that stuff works. I'm trying to think of something else I could probably rant. Like, yeah, part of me wants to rant about P3. There's really no reason to. There's just no reason to. It's just nice at least we have it, so I can at least be grateful that it's a thing that exists. Because, man, we kind of needed a port, you know, for the longest time. It just sucks that, like, we don't really get ports. We just kind of get a remake that, in my opinion, so far is not exactly the best for it. But, you know, it's something that we just kind of have to take. I guess that's something I can rant about real quick, is remakes and remasters and how much we're just stuck in a world now where that's pretty much kind of the case. That's been the case for years, actually. I'd say ever since probably PS4 era, at the very least. I think that was, like, the dreaded era of the absolute, like, everything's going to get remastered at some point. And then after PS4, which, you know, we're now in the PS5 / Xbox One, whichever one. I don't keep up with Xbox, to be honest, and now they're going digital anyway, so there's that. I only have, like, the original Xbox One, which isn't really much to say. Is there something I could try here? What if I do, like, a guided Kamehameha? I don't think it changes anything. Nah, not really. I forgot that when they're broken, you can just do that as well. There you go. But yeah, I haven't really kept up with, like, their consoles, to be honest. I'm more of, like, a PlayStation / Nintendo type guy, so there's that. I keep an Xbox around mainly for the possibility of exclusives, which that seems to be a thing that's not going to happen much anymore. Seeing that I heard a rumor that they're going to try to port over Gears of War to PlayStation and shit, and it's like, goddamn. There goes that, I guess. To be fair, I guess, technically had the option to play them, because I could have just played them on PC, but there's still, like, plenty of games that you just can't get anywhere else I would rather have. Like, Rare Replay, for instance, I don't think is on anywhere besides maybe possibly Xbox, and mostly on Xbox console. Not even like on Microsoft Store on PC, just like on console. And there's like Ninja Gaiden Black, Ninja Gaiden 2 Original, and those are different enough to warrant that, you know. You know, Blinks, the Time Sweeper, Voodoo Vents. Let me turn up my game volume a little bit. It seems like it might be kind of too loud. That's kind of too high. What else is there? Rare Replay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of more. Blue Dragon. You know, shit like that. Things that I personally feel it would be nice to have them come to PC, of course. But they, as far as I'm aware, are Xbox only. And at least with Xbox One, there's some backwards compatibility to it, so that's kind of nice. But the thing I guess I kind of want to rant and rave about, which is funny because like I want to bitch and rant about this, but at the same time, I'm also the problem that I give into it. And I guess it only stretches out so far. So with remasters, I'm fine with remasters to an extent. It kind of depends on the game and how they go about remastering it. And in my opinion, you know, if I'm wrong, you know, if you think I'm wrong in your opinion, that's okay. If you disagree, that's obviously fine. I think personally, out of most remasters we've ever gotten, I still feel like the Crash Bandicoot remaster is one of the best, because not only was it a collection of games, but at the same time, it, you know, was a huge graphic overhaul, and on top of that, it looks nice. It still, to me, at the very least, looks and feels like the original Crash kind of does. I mean, it doesn't feel exact because there's some hint of they did kind of change the, I think it was a running speed or something like that. It was a jumping distance. I forget which one it was. I think it was for Crash 1. I think they changed it up like a slight tad. But it's one of those things like only an idiot like me would feel. Or at least have some sort of placebo and feel that it's there, which it might not be, but still. But anyway, like it still captures the original charm of what made Crash fun and good. And then, this might sound weird to some people. I don't mind a game adding something to make the game more casual friendly. It depends on how you do it. And I feel like for Crash 1, it's not that it necessarily... Okay, to a lot of people they would say that it needed it, but most yeah, for me, like back then, I would have said like, man, it's got to be just the same way it was with boxes, like all the time. It has to be the same way because you shouldn't be allowed to have a checkpoint. Like if you die, you lose all your boxes. That's how it should be, like from the original game. But in my opinion, I feel like that addition of making it to where like, yeah, the boxes are just gonna fucking save. If you get a checkpoint, you're fine. At least for Crash 1, it's like you're fine, dude. Like to me, that's not really a bad change. You know what I mean? That's something that I feel like okay, because like it didn't make the game like back then. It made the game a lot harder, yeah, but at the same time, changing it didn't make the game that much easier. People still kind of struggled with it. And honestly, that's kind of the part I like about Crash 1 is it's slightly a bit difficult. And, it took a bit of time to kind of get used to and enjoy. And I feel like once you do, it feels nice. At least I like Crash 1 a lot. I know there's a lot of people that don't, but for me personally, it's one of my favorite games as well. Growing up, of course. And still relatively is. I still like playing it. It used to be Crash 2 I liked playing more, but nowadays I've actually kind of changed to being more so Crash 1 type guy. Oh, great. Just random dudes. But yeah, then they also added the time trials for both like Crash 1 and Crash 2, and I'm like, that's kind of neat. And they added like the sprint upgrade for Crash 2, and they also added in like free DLC shit. I believe it was free. At least for Crash 1 DLC was free. Crash 2 didn't get any DLC thing, which kind of sucks, but still. The fact that we got the prototype map, Stormy Ascent, was kind of neat, and honestly, warranted at that point. I mean, if you're remaking Crash, or at least remastering it, but with like a bigger, graphic overhaul and everything, yeah, adding those levels was nice, and then adding like a completely new level just for 3, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool too. There's a lot of good stuff there, but then like this might be where some people might disagree. Hardball. I don't think Spyro Remastered was very good either, which is weird. And the main reason why is because for Spyro 1 especially, it's mainly 1. Like 2 and 3 are fine at best. It's mainly 1 I've noticed a big problem with it. It's actually the graphics. I think they kind of hurt the game just a little too much. So back in Spyro 1, you'd have like, in every Spyro, you have green gems. But in Spyro 1, a lot of them would be hidden in grass, and they decided to make the grass in Spyro 1 look more like grass and more higher up. At least I don't remember what they did for 2 and 3. I don't really play 2 and 3 as much for remastered, or even just in general, so I might be forgetting what they did for that one. But as far as I remember, at least for Spyro 1, because I played that one quite a bit, because they updated the grass to make it look like actual grass, it kind of makes it harder to find green gems. But then there's also the other argument of like, well now, that thing that they added in later Spyro games back then, the ability to use sparks to kind of find a gem for you that you might be missing. Like they added that for like Spyro 1, 2, and 3, all 3 together. So their complaints are kind of destroyed at that point. Your complaints are pointless, basically, or less so pointless, but just not correct anymore. And yeah, that's fair. But my point still kind of stands. Like I just kind of wish I could still see the green gems a bit better, and I don't know. Everything looks kind of weird. I didn't like the way they changed the way the enemies and stuff looked. They looked too, because I kind of liked the way they looked back then. They looked a lot more weird. And that's what I liked about Spyro 1. Like, it had a really weird feel to it. Much like a treasure game. Those games have some pretty weird design choices, but I like it for that. And I feel like with remaking it, they made them look weird, but like in a different way. It's really hard to explain, but it's not that I hate the Spyro remakes, or remasters, sorry. It's just more so that the graphics kind of change a little too much for my taste. And I don't know, I think it's because I've grown so attached to like Spyro 1 and PS1 that of course I would probably prefer the PS1 version, typically. Which I know is kind of unfair to it, but I don't know. I'm weird like that. But I still think and this might sound weird because, you know, back then, I would have easily said, well, not way back then, but, like, before the remaster came out, you know, I would have been all over, like, you know, Crash, basically not needing a remaster, but just needing, like, a report. Didn't need, like, a fix. That Crash 1 is good the way it is. And it's funny because now that the Crash remaster came out, it's like, my opinions of it changed drastically. And it's like, yeah, this is like my preferred way to play it. And it's not because the original one's harder, which it is, but it's not because of that. It's more so because it's just such a nice change. They changed so many nice things to it. Like, I mean, one thing they did actually add was Tana is mandatory to do instead of being optional to get saves and stuff. There's a lot of things there that kind of makes the game. That's what I'm looking for here. Give me a sec. It's just one of those things that makes the game a little bit better, you know, to play. Makes it a little bit more nicer to just go through and not have to worry too much about, like, I need a gem, I need a password thing going on here. Which, to be fair, back then for Crash 1, like, once you kind of get used to playing it, getting a gem's not that hard, or getting a save is not that hard, because just get a gem, you'd be fine. But, you know, I don't know. Basically, it just, in my opinion, I feel like they did a pretty good job. It's hard to explain my opinion, but I think I got it about right, because I tend to kind of keep going back and forth with shit, and end up basically making a hypocrite of myself in the same sentence. It's really weird. And then there's the Pac-Man World remake. The Pac-Man World repack. And I think my only problem with it, because, you know, it's me. I gotta have a problem with everything, right? No, I'm just kidding. I don't really. It's not that I go out of my way to find things to be mad about. It's just more so like, it's just small, minute things that just kind of come up, and I'm like, why would they do that? And it's mainly not really has anything to do with, like, the remake itself, because, like, honestly, the remake is fine. Of course, I'm more of a PS1 enjoyer, so I kind of like the way that PS1 version looks, just regardless. Which is kind of my problem with the P3 remake, is I kind of just prefer the original version, design-wise. Sounds weird, I know, but I'm just that weird. And I'm not a contrarian, it's just that I have my preferred taste. That's all. I like my retro stuff. But I like the way Crash Remaster looks, if that's anything to go by, because at least it still kind of looks and feels like Crash. It doesn't need to do a complete overhaul, but it wasn't really a remake, it was more of a remaster, but like a hell of a remaster. Anyway, so with World Repack, it's actually a problem with the trophies. I know, that's the weird thing, right? It's not really much to do with the game. The game's fine. It's actually just the fucking trophies piss me off. Basically having to beat, like, you know, main original arcade Pac-Man, like 9 levels in, and it's like, I fucking suck at old Pac-Man. My boomer ass can't beat that shit. Yeah, I know. That's the weird part. I fucking suck at Pac-Man. I don't know how. I just do. I've always sucked at Pac-Man. Just never really got that good at it. I actually like Dig Dug a lot, though. I like Dig Dug and Galaga. If we're talking about, like, old Namco games, then yeah, those are definitely some of my favorites. But yeah, see, it has nothing to really do with the game. They did technically make the game a bit easier, though, too, because they gave you a jump flutter thing that you can do if you hold square while you jump. They also changed up the rev ball. I think it used to be square to rev, and then they changed it to triangle, or vice versa. It's been a while since I played Pac-Man Repack, but still. I was actually pretty surprised to see it come out, though. And, you know, pretty grateful that it did. There's another remaster that came out that was, in my opinion, somewhat better. I'm just trying to remember what it was on top of my head. Well, technically, I don't know. Okay, I wouldn't go too far with these, but I don't think these games are that bad. But I don't actually have the original games anyway, which the remasters I'm talking about in question are Twilight Princess and Wind Waker. The remasters for Wii U, the HD ports, I guess you could say. And probably a remaster, maybe. I don't know for sure. But I don't have the original GameCube versions or even the Wii version of Twilight. My brother has the GameCube version of Wind Waker, but
Is he trying to kill himself?
that's his copy. I don't want to, bug him about it or anything. Especially for a game that long, it's like I don't want to borrow a game that might take me, 30 hours to beat, because it just feels awkward. But yeah, something like that I think is fine, because it at least still is relatively close to the same game, if not even adding stuff that quote-unquote fixes it. Quality of life. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Quality of life upgrades. Because I remember hearing, because I didn't really beat Wind Waker yet, but I remember hearing something about, like, the Wii U version at least added a couple of things that made it nicer. Mainly, like, with the map, if I'm not mistaken. Or with the items. I forget exactly what it was, but I remember that being okay. And then at least Twilight Princess was fine. At least in my opinion it was. Something that is kind of an interesting remaster that came in the form of, like, back then would have to be Super Mario All-Stars. And I honestly think that's still, like, a nice, good, solid way to remaster a game. You know what I mean? Because not only is it just a complete sprite change, but in that sense, it really is a graphic overhaul, and it still keeps to the original true feeling of it. Which, again, with Persona 3, it's a remake, not really a remaster, so I can't really treat it like it was going to be a remaster, and that's, I think, my problem, is I keep treating it like it should have been when it really isn't. I don't know. But I guess the main complaint in question is, should we keep getting remasters? Should we keep getting remakes? Should we keep getting reports? In my opinion, in a perfect world, I think having, like, remasters are fine when they at least give us a chance to report the game. That's my major thing, is I don't really care if we get a remastered version or not. I just want to be able to play the game on modern consoles. Or at the very least, modern stuff without, of course, emulation on PC, right? That's what I'm asking for. I don't really need a remake. I don't really need a remaster. Like, I didn't really need a Crash Trilogy remaster. It just would have been nice to have a Crash Trilogy port, right? Because that's what they're doing with Tomb Raider. And it's like, it's basically just the original 3 games, but now you can play them on, modern hardware and stuff, which I think is fine. It's just I think we get, like, way too many remasters these days. I just kind of want collections, That's kind of what I want, personally, because I like having all my games in one spot. Makes things easier. Like for the Castlevania games, right? I kind of like having the Castlevania games in a collection. I think it's kind of nice. You get the original collection, which has like a lot of the original games, and a couple of the Game Boy ones on there too, and a few others. And on top of that, you have the Symphony of the Night, Rondo of Blood one, which I still think it's kind of weird that they put those two together, but not, I don't know, in like the first collection. Which I get, the first collection was, of course, the OG games. I get it, but why make me buy a separate collection? This pisses me off. But anyway, and there's like the Advance collection for Game Boy Advance games. And I'm hoping one day we'll get a DS collection, which would be freaking nice. Because, man, trying to get a copy of Order of Exelia is like stupid. It's way too expensive. And that's my other problem too, is like, these retro games, I want to see them come back. I want to see them get reported on things. I want people to be able to play them, and be able to buy them on these new consoles and shit. And don't even get me started on Switch. Yeah, don't get me started on Nintendo Switch and that shit. Look, I'm all for, having the ability to play, like, 64 games and Game Boy games on the Nintendo Switch. However, I have one complaint, though, which is, of course, I wish it wasn't a subscription-based. I wish it was more so, an actual way to buy them and just have them. Which, yeah, I guess you could say, like, well, at that point, you're just buying them again because you already bought you know, a bunch of stuff on the Wii U. Like, you'd just be buying probably the same Game Boy games or probably the same 64 games. I'm like, yeah, I guess so, but there are people that didn't have a Wii U, you know, or probably even like me that didn't even know that Wii eShop even existed back then. So it's like, why not give them the chance to, I guess, be able to have the ability to buy those on a virtual console. And make a GameCube virtual console. That'd be nice. Can you imagine that? One thing, though, like, if you want to talk about remasters and stuff, or even just reports or whatever, all that stuff, we're getting Luigi's Mansion 2, which I think is good. That is a good way to remaster it. Bring that son of a bitch back, but port it on actual, like, main consoles and not just handheld stuff. Maybe one day we should get like a Kirby collection too, just to have like fucking, you know, Squeak Squad and stuff like that on there too. It'd be nice. Although like with DS games, it probably is kind of harder to probably do that, but because, you know, they require so much extra stuff, and you'll probably have to change up a lot of crap. But still, a lot of games I do want reported, and that's the main thing I'm trying to get at, is rather than just remasters or remakes, I just want these games to exist somewhere on at least modern consoles, or close to modern consoles, to be able to play them. Like, at least Ape Escape 1 and 2 are on PlayStation Store, which they should be buyable, which is nice. So, there's that. But of course, there's no 3 for some fucked reason. And then if you want to play, like, the Ratchet and Clank collection, or at least the Ratchet and Clank games, like the older ones, you would have to, at least for the first 3, you would have to have, like, I think PlayStation Plus to play those. So I don't think you can buy them individually on PS Store. However, for Deadlocked, I think Deadlocked had a PS3 remaster, or port, I guess you could say. Either or. Same thing. And then, I know for Jack X that has a PS4 version. And I think Jack Collection has a PS4 version, but not Ratchet, which is still baffling. Which is still baffling.
We don't have a car. And even if we did, I couldn't drive it. I don't have a license.
You need to get a driver's license. You're the only one around here who still doesn't have something that basic.
Piccolo doesn't have one either.
You know,
What use would I have for that?
Then
I
you need
really-
to go to driver's ed.
I really don't want to touch up on this part
Everyday people.
too much.
You're both obsessed with
But this right here
and you can't say no.
kind of cements my loathing hatred for Chi-Chi. Like, I get it. In a way, Chi-Chi is a good mom/wife. I understand, and I respect that. And I get that she's, I guess, supposed to be a parody of Tiger Moms, I guess. But, look, I get it. Okay, I understand. But the thing that makes me so fucking angry with her in this part. So, she stated, and I quote, "You're the only one around here who doesn't have something that basic."
Come on, Piccolo.
This is coming from the same woman who doesn't have a driver's license either.
Are you alright?
Let me turn down my mic a little bit. I think it's peaking too much. She doesn't have a driver's license either, and she's yelling at Goku to get one. And that's what pisses me off so fucking much, because, like, I don't know, I'm not a fan of people that can't help themselves or, you know, do things to an extent themselves. Like, if you can't fix your car, that's one thing, right? Like, I understand that.
Make it, right? I bet
Whoa.
you think you go even faster.
Like, if you can't completely fix it, you know, I get it. But there's just some things, like, something like a driver's license, you know. Back then, which, yeah, I'm gonna sound like a boomer.
Right? I bet
But back then, like, everybody basically had to get one. Like, you pretty much felt like you had no choice. Like, you had to get one. And, yeah, I was pretty much kind of somewhat forced to get one. But then, as time goes on, you know, people don't really seem to be caring that much about getting anymore. There's, like, just,
think you go even faster.
you know, all these people that I know that just don't have one still. And they're, you know,
Great. No, 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 no.
way older than 16, right? I don't know, it's weird. I guess it's just because I'm a fucking boomer and all that. Who knows? I'm gonna go. Fuck you guys. I don't think it really matters if you hit somebody. I don't think the game cares.
I bet this thing can go even faster.
Yeah, basically, it just makes me angry that she has such a hypocritical view of it. Like, you're the only one that doesn't have something that basic, but yet doesn't have one herself. Like, okay. Now, I guess you could make the argument, like, well, she's a stay-at-home housewife. Like, literally, that's basically what she does. Yeah, but, you know, Goku's always fucking dead. So, like, the only person who could take her around in a car... Like, there's one aspect of it, too. One part of the argument could just be, like, well, she just wants it because, like, she wants to be able to have her husband drive her around and be able to spend time with him. That's fine. That's one thing. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, of course. It's just that... I guess it's just the way they worded it, which could be a translation thing, who knows, or just maybe the fact that it's supposed to be extreme. I don't know. It just bothers me. Bothers me a little too much.
How was that?
For no fucking reason at all. I guess I don't really hate Chi-Chi that much, like some people probably do, but I still don't really like her that much, at least in the anime version.
Wow. Who are these guys?
One more time, Goku.
Oh, hell no.
I said wait! A license isn't some prize for bragging rights. It's to ensure that you can drive safely and responsibly.
Like I care about that. I will not accept defeat from the likes of him.
I guess we really are gonna do this, huh?
I think I'm starting to get a hang of this whole driving thing, don't you? Let's go,
Yeah,
Piccolo. Come
but yeah, and then there's the other aspect of, like, why would he need to drive when he could just fly?
With
And
pleasure.
again, going back to the argument of, like, well, Chi-Chi just wants to at least have some time to spend with her husband. Like, that could be a nice joyride for them to go on.
It's on.
Instead of just being able to be flown around, you know? Just live like a normal... Turn it back up again. Be able to live... God damn it, it's always too high. Be able to live like a normal, average life that she wants to have. Which, of course, she can't have because, you know, things happen. Goku gets into fights. Goku gets killed. Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You know the rest.
Goku, so how'd it go?
It's mostly just the hypocrisy from her, that's all.
Complete
That
pro.
bugs the shit out of me.
I beat Piccolo, no problem.
And again,
You what?
like, if Goku is fucking dead,
Sure what you mean by
and he can't drive anywhere because he's fucking dead, which then again, I mean, he can always come back
There's
for like,
probably
what,
something
24
we
hours?
should
He can do
know.
that, I guess.
I think the instructor was a little
Couldn't
freaked
Chi-Chi
out
just
by how
get a
we
license
drove.
herself so that way she can
Told us
just
she'd give
go
us our
out and get
licenses
stuff?
if we promised to never come back.
So you didn't
Wait, I thought that they never did get their license. I thought that wasn't a thing that happened.
At least you got your license.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
I don't know why. Maybe I have like a Mandela effect, but I could have sworn.
Those family drives I've been dreaming about.
Yeah, see, like, I get that aspect of it, but
They also said we'd have to pay for all the damages caused during the test. And
we
I
also didn't even do, like, the
realized how
whole
much
saving the
it'd be.
bus full of children thing, either.
I'm not so good with money, so I'll let you handle that. Thanks, TG.
You.
Well, now that
I mean, in all honesty, like, looking past the flaws, like, again, Chi-Chi really isn't realistically a bad wife or a bad mom,
Whoa, Chi-Chi.
you know? She just wants the best for everybody. She wants to just live a normal, average life, but she can't. And at the very least,
Wasn't easy.
she is very loyal, and she sticks around, you know?
Proud of you.
When
Now
Goku
sweet as a card.
dies for like 11 years, I don't think she goes after anybody else. I
Do
think
we
she
even
just
have money for that kind of
kind of
purchase?
waits for him to come back, right? Was it 11 years? I don't remember.
Not after paying back the city for all
Either way, he
the
dies for a while. He always
to
dies.
get your driver's license. I'm counting on you to get us that car, Goku.
Oh,
I can make money. I'll just go to the
see.
tournament and go
Sorry
win the
about that.
prize money. There you go.
Hey, why don't I ask Bulma? She's a whiz with machines. Cars are machines.
Good idea. Bulma always has a solution up her sleeve.
I wonder what life would have been like
Guess I'll hit her up about it then.
if Goku wasn't technically a superhero. Well, superhero is kind of a stretch of the word, but you get what I'm saying. Like, what would life actually be like if he lived a normal, everyday life? He never had to fight, you know,
Well,
in
not
these
a big deal, but hoping
alien,
you could help me with a little problem.
android,
Sure.
uh,
Not sure if you heard,
magical
but Chi-Chi may be
monster
getting a driver's
shit.
license,
You know what I
which
mean?
is
Like,
fine, but
what would him and Chi-Chi do all day besides probably bang? Like, there's gotta be something outside of that
those tiny
that she would probably do with Goku besides just bang his brains out. Which, I mean, to be fair, I mean, with Goku around, you know, I could see that being the thing.
You don't strike me as
You
a
know,
responsible driver.
but
Any normal car would
who
take
knows?
you
Maybe in some AF
Find me the stuff I need.
fan manga thing or something. Maybe there's like one of those out there. I don't know.
all right then.
God forbid if Goku and Bulma got together. That'd be weird.
It's all on this list.
Which, I mean,
Refer to it when you're out scavenging.
it wouldn't be extremely far-fetched, but I feel like because of the way they are already, they're kind of
maintenance and upgrades.
relatively polar opposites of each other, but they actually work really well together at the same time, which is why I think their dynamic is pretty good.
Happy wife, happy life.
And she's just a nice, cool friend to have around, you know? Even when she technically endangers, you know, baby Trunks and shit.
I'm home, Chi-Chi.
But her being interested in, like,
Did you get us
Goku's
a car?
battles, at least with the androids, you know,
Materials.
makes sense.
Who's gonna make one for us?
They used to go on adventures together, so why not?
Wonderful, Goku. Then you'd better get to
I feel like I'm jumping to too many topics at once. I keep
I'm sure it'll be good.
going back and forth in between shit.
I don't know. If
I don't know.
feel that
Because first it was talking about and ranting, raving about remasters and all that shit. And now it's like Goku's home life. You know, how many times does he come in a second? You know, that kind of thing. Like, do we need to know the average? I mean, I'm curious. I would like to know if he can come more than twice. Well, at least with 10 minutes between, you could probably do that. I mean, yeah, you technically can. But I'm wondering how good Goku is at it, you know? And how fast does he come before that? Like,
okay. Hey,
is he
Piccolo,
premature?
do you think you could
Or
take Gohan and train him for a
does he
while?
actually last, you know, a couple hours? These are things I want to know. This is Dragon Ball lore I got to get behind. And speaking of Dragon Ball lore, does Piccolo piss? I mean, because they drink water because that's mostly what they eat, right? They live off of water, right? So
Talk about a blast.
does he have the ability to let that waste out? Do they just sweat it out?
Sure.
I mean, I think Piccolo can sweat, so theoretically he could be maybe he could pee, but maybe he doesn't have a wiener. Yeah, he might not have a penis. So maybe it just like sweats itself out in his groin area, maybe.
You're right. Guess I'll make my way over there.
Oh, I don't know.
Be careful.
Could you also theoretically staple Goku's ass cheeks together? Is that even possible? Because of how strong he is just normally, could that be a possibility? Could you just go up to Goku with a staple gun and just go, chick, chick, and then it just actually sticks to his skin, or would it just break off?
Well, better get going, I guess.
I mean, he'd probably catch it before then anyway, but at the same time, you know,
I wonder how Master
could it
Roshi
theoretically
would
do
wanna
that?
it.
Because I don't know if you guys remember or not, but in the Cell Saga, you know, when he's laying down on that grass, and Krillin's like, I'm gonna check a rock at him.
To deal with this now.
He actually chucks the whole rock at Goku's head. And Goku does say, and I quote, ouch. What'd you do that for? And so, like, if he can get hurt by a rock, you could probably staple his ass cheeks together, like Steve-O did. It's possible, I guess. Wait, you guys are level 34? But yet I still kind of went through most of your friends. I mean, I'm level 40, so I guess it's not that bad. It'd be kind of interesting if there's ever an RPG out there where you level up based on your actual, like, years of life at that point. Like, what if there's, like, an RPG where you start off as, like, a baby, and then when you turn 1, you have, like, you're level 1, you know? Sometimes I think that way in real life. But sometimes I think, like, man, you know, I leveled up this year. I got my full experience all this year. I got my experience of like a normal experience, but I still gotta upgrade my skill set. You know, I still gotta work on my skill tree a little bit. You know, fix some things, get better at some things. That's one way to look at it, I guess. Hey, look, it's a launch. I would do that, but that's level 40 shit, and we're already level 40. I don't think we should probably mess with that stuff. Alright, just because. I know it's not technically a...
Sorry to blank out on it. All right. Yep.
I know it's not technically a side quest, but I'm going to treat it like it was one. Because if it wasn't really in... Because launch is not technically in Dragon Ball Z, as far as I'm aware. I don't think so. So I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to pretend that it's basically a side quest at this point. Just kind of just skip through the text and go through it. I mean, if you guys really wanted to read it that bad, you know, you could go and play the game. I'm not gonna stop you. I don't want to ruin it for anybody either. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. I just want to do what I gotta do. It's not that I don't like launch. It's just that it's not really a main thing much in that regard. Fly over there and go get that dragon ball. Let me go get that dragon ball. Well, probably, maybe, depending on what I do. I'll get at least a few of the Dragon Balls this episode. I don't know if I'll probably get all of them again, but we might as well get as many as we can while we can, because it's better to have them now than pretty much not, you know? Pretty much not. Although if I do get them again, I probably might make a wish for, like, more money or something. I don't know. Something along those lines. Maybe more Z-Orbs, because I feel like Z-Orbs are way more important than just money.
How's this sound on you? Shoot, I'd do that.
You get way more benefit out of Z-Orbs than you probably would just actual cash. The most you get out of cash is just, like, buying items and shit, which, if you're playing the game and you're kind of leveling up at a decent pace, you really don't need them. But if you're playing History of Trunks, then, oh, you bet your, you know, you bet your nice, tight behind. Trying to think of any word I could possibly make that sounds silly. Buttocks. Your gluteus maximus. You bet that whole thing. The whole dump truck of yours that you got going on back there. That, yeah, you're gonna need items. You're gonna need them bad. Also, I find it funny that, like, I guess we kind of knew that there was more DLC coming out. Although, to be fair with me, I didn't know that there would be more DLC coming out. I remember hearing that there could potentially be the chance of more DLC, but I didn't know for a fact that that was what was going on. And yeah, like while I'm doing Kakarot, not today exactly, but a few days ago, I think they released the trailer for the next DLC, which is Oob. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, while I'm doing Kakarot, like, god damn it. Like, I'm busy playing the fucking game, first of all. Can you just give me like a minute or two? Which that leads me into another rant, and it goes back to the Persona 3 shit, which I guess you could say is just more so Atlas itself. My question is, why the fuck do we only have options for, music-wise, just P5? Why can't we just do what P5 did, and at least have, like, SMT4 and Raito and, you know, Persona 1 and 2 music in there? Can that just not be a thing? Like, I'm not a fan of Persona DLC anyway, because I feel like they just always overcharge for everything, and they make too much shit that... Not really Persona, but I guess more so like SMP crap. Because they fucking charged you like, what, $10 for Dante for Nocturne? Like, fuck off. I mean, yeah, I bought it, but on sale. But still, fuck off. And then it was, what, Etrian... No, Soul Hackers 2. Yeah, where a lot of the demons were hidden behind a paywall. A lot of, like, the mainstay demons that you would get in almost every other game, it just happens to be locked behind a DLC paywall thing. It's like, ugh. That's so douchey. But, I mean, it's Atlas, so, you know, you kind of get what you get with them, I guess. You know, as weird as it might sound, I mean, I don't mind Launch that much. I think she's alright. I think she's a decent character. I just kind of wish she'd come back every once in a while. But, yeah, Toriyama just forgot. Literally, just forgot. Also, is it just me, or did that door that said gravity room looked a little bit low textured there, like
Oh, go
not
on then. Show me what
good,
you've done.
like very blurry text. Which I don't mind bad textures in games, but if you got a game like this with something that close to you, that's different. Okay, I know this is not actually in the anime. I know,
Pleasure to meet you.
and usually I'll skip shit like this, but
Allow me to
yeah, fuck
explain
with
my
it. It's
features.
Android 21. Why not?
Interesting.
Why? Well, actually, technically, it's not Android 21. I think it's her actual, main human before she became Android. So that's where you're hiding out, you fucking fluffy pink princess prick, you fucking douchebag, dumb asshole. I've been trying to look for you all day. I don't think there would be any point. Level 36 versus 40 Vegeta. I've read it, sorry. No. And Nep. Wait, no, that's not where he's hiding at. That's just a different thing. Oh, fuck you. Huh? Oh. So that's where that stuff comes in handy. I've been wondering about that. I kept thinking, like, what's the point of all this material crap if we never really use it much? Oh, that's it. That's where we use most of it at.
Should be able to make the necessary improvements.
Got it.
Uh-huh. Android 21. She a bad bitch, though? She's an android. It reminds me of the animatronic, you know, the one, the video, the Finance and Freddy's one with Toy Chica and the guy's afraid. And he's like, oh, she a bad bitch, though. Yeah, I think this is before she became an android. In terms of Kakarot's story, and they added her for Kakarot, which probably confused some people. So I guess for anybody that might be confused still, she came from Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's where she came from. So, yeah, Fighter Z. Which, surprisingly enough, had a pretty okay story there, too. But it was written by Arxis. Well, I don't think they wrote it. They might have. I don't know. Arxis is usually pretty decent at making story mode stuff. But, you know, that one at least was pretty alright. Pretty alright. It just Fighter sucks in terms of arcade mode, though. It's not that great. In my opinion. Just remember, that's just my opinion. I'm just saying. I personally think that arcade mode could have been a little bit better. But honestly, it's one of those games I just play online mostly anyway. You're late. What have you been doing? Have you been gooning? Goku, have you been joking like I asked you to? Have you been doing that lately?
How's the training
No.
coming along, Goku?
Ah, fuck it. You won't be able to collect the Dragon Ball. Oh, god damn it. Fine. Well, at least they told me. So there's at least that. You know, they're not gonna flip me off and tell me to go fuck myself and say, here, no more Dragon Balls for you. Well, at least give you a hint and say, yep, no more Dragon Balls if you do this. So why not? What the fuck's Killin doing here? Why do you keep... Why are you still here? What are you looking for? Okay. Got that one. I'm sure people are probably getting tired of me doing the Dragon Ball stuff, but... It's Dragon Ball, goddammit. I want the Dragon Balls. At the very least, that's kind of what the point of the series is, right? Kind of. Sort of. Where is it? There it is. There it is. It's just hiding from me. I don't like when they do that in maps for games, where they overlap shit and they make, like, it blink. But then again, like, if they overlapped, you wouldn't be able to see the thing behind it if they didn't blink, and it's like, I get that, but it'd be nice if they just didn't have it, and they just had, like, maybe a pointer or something, I don't know. Like a Mario Party board, you know, with that map. Something like that, we just point at it and be like, this is a thing over here, go get it. It's in that vicinity, go get it. That would be nice. It's not a bad map, necessarily, I'm just saying. Just one of those things. It's one of those small things that just, you know, I think about. Because I like to talk about just anything and everything. And look. Look here. Look. Listen. See, I'm not what I would consider a negative guy. You know? I don't go out of my way to find every aspect of the game and be like, nope, I gotta fucking think of something that's bad. Because usually if I really like a game a lot, it's really hard for me to say there is anything bad. Which in some cases it's like, well, you are gonna have to at that point because not everything's perfect. But no, I'm trying to get out, like, I'm not like a super negative guy. Because like I know there's quite a few people out there that don't like Kakarot a lot, and it's kind of sad when they don't like Kakarot, because it's like, it's not that bad of a game. It really isn't. It's pretty okay. I mean, sure, could it be a better Dragon Ball game? Maybe, I don't know, but for what it's worth, it's okay, you know. It's a nice action RPG. And at the very least, if you don't know the story of Dragon Ball, you could play it and then be like, I now kind of know the story of Dragon Ball. Although there's a few things here and there that aren't exactly in the actual anime or manga, but hey, that's just Dragon Ball in a nutshell. They could be playing, the fuck's that one called? Ah, son of a bitch. It's the PS1 fighting game. Although, I guess that could be another case of, like, not me saying that's bad, but more so me saying that I fucking suck, but... Actually, there's another fighting game I suck at. It's, Super Dragon Ball. The one that's made by... I don't remember if Ono from Street Fighter was actually the person behind it or not, but I think so. Basically, somebody that made Street Fighter or worked on Street Fighter made that game. It could have been Ono himself, I think. But don't quote me on that. But, yeah, I found out that, yeah, I'm actually pretty fucking bad. Huh? Oh. So, where are we now? We are now in the... somewhere. Where... Wait, hold on. East Ravine... No, where am I at in terms of everywhere? Ah, fucking... Who knows? Who knows? Let me see here. If I re-teleport... No, this is not it. Damn it. Well, at least I have an idea where Raditz is hiding at. So, there's that. And I would love to go beat the living shit out of Raditz right now, but I need Piccolo to do so. So you basically have to be inside of intermission for that to happen. Now, I think that even if we do continue the story, I believe that he would still be there by the time we get back. I don't think you would have to go out of your way to wish him back, because I think that would be kind of silly if that was the case. And that just wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, if you're looking for other fun action RPG stuff, well, I don't know how fun these are, but Star Oceans. I mean, I've played like a small bit of them, but I kind of want to get into them a little bit. The Soul series is pretty good. They're action RPGs. Kingdom Hearts, it's a pretty good action RPG game. Actually, unironically. Yeah, unironically, I kind of like Kingdom Hearts quite a bit. Which is funny because I still have not yet done Kingdom Hearts 2 on any of my channels. But I've done one on both of them. Yeah, I did hardcoring guides and on this channel. And I've actually done and finished Chain of Memories on this channel. But I will probably not be doing Chain of Memories on hardcoring. Because it's fucking Chain of Memories. And I don't want to do it on hard. Not because like, oh, it'd be so difficult, but it would just get really repetitive really fast. And I actually like Chain of Memories. I think Chain of Memories is pretty nice. Well, I did read Chain of Memories, actually, to be more specific, but I think Chain of Memories is a pretty good game. But, I know, if I did it as a hard mode guide thing, it would get pretty old. Especially for commentary. Because you're just doing the same shit over and over. Where the fuck is this Dragon Ball at? Oh, for the love of cock. Just kill the assist robots, at the very least. Those are one of the few you want to get rid of first, because they'll do something dickish. It's folklore? Is that an action RPG? I think so, actually. I still have yet to beat that. Because what's funny is, I played it as a demo back then, and I thought it was cool, and I always wanted it. And then I got it, but I didn't have a 6-axis to play the fucking thing. Like, you could play it, but you need a 6-axis to actually play, well, the majority of the game. You basically need one. And then now I have a 6-axis, and I don't even fucking play the game. And it's like, would you just make up your damn mind? Just play the fucking thing at some point. I already have so many other games to go through. Like, Persona 3 is not really a big deal because it's Persona 3 again. I already played Persona 3 a million times. I have like 8 different save files for the PS3 port of it. Just because I played that one so much. Let me do a few things here. Just want to kill a few extra guys for no reason. No real reason at all besides just to dick around. And then we'll go ahead and wish on the Dragon Balls and maybe, probably just continue the story. But then again, that's might not be the best of ideas. I don't know. Because if we continue the story, it might be more than 30 minutes before we can actually get a chance to pause and think. You know. So I don't know yet. Let's see. Sure, we'll bring back Nappa for now. We'll probably end up trying to like fight everybody again, maybe. Central Plains, you got it. If anything, we can go do that. You know, yeah, we could probably go do that shit. Go find Central Plains and oh shit. Which one is it? Which one's Central Plains? Oh. That's the one. Okay, cool. At least they kind of tell me, so that helps out. Probably should have paid more attention to that, but alright. So somewhere in here, yep, there he is. Okay, cool. I wish you could just click on the map itself before you go into it. Be like, I want to go there, but I'm not sure what's there. And the game can be like, there you go. This is what's here. Although, to be fair, it probably does do that, and I just don't know that it does do that, because I'm dumb as shit. God damn. It's always with the fucking attack drones. But anyway, so yeah, back to talking about Super Dragon Ball. It's a neat game, but I didn't have a lot of time to learn it. Because I was playing it on an arcade. So, I didn't have a chance. Because there were so many other fucking fighting games we were playing. Get the fuck out of here, dude. There we go. Nice. My nose! It's getting all stuffy in here. It's getting quite stuffy. Oop. Actually, you can technically go see a video of me actually playing Super Dragon Ball. Yeah, I know. That sounds fucking crazy. But there's actual video proof of me playing Super Dragon Ball, and I think NBC too. It's actually on my friend's channel on Take Chrono Plus. On that channel. So just go to, like, my channel. Fuck you. I'm standing right there. Talking shit in front of me. But yeah, if you go to my channel, you can go to his channel, which is Take Chrono Plays, and then from that channel, you go find Take Chrono Plus, and there you go. But it's the, our Japan trip video. Yeah, we went there and played some arcade stuff. Fighting games in arcade. I hate talking about it because I sound like a douche. But we went like last year for a trip. It was a very long trip because I'm fucking stupid, but
Training coming along, Goku. We've done so much to prepare. Guess we're about to fight.
alright, let's just do this. But yeah, you can go find videos of us actually, like, in real life. Mainly screen recording, you know, via phone. Us just doing some fights, some battles. And then my brother ended up playing Melty Blood the entire time. Like a little funny man he is.
You sure you don't want to take some lunch?
No, we're good, Mom. Thanks.
Sorry, Chi-Chi. All right, we're off.
Oh yeah, the
It's
yeah. I feel that one. I'm afraid of that happening to me at some point. Because I know my family has a history of heart problems, and it's like, ugh. I don't want to be that, in that position, ever. That would fucking suck. I remember, I came over to pick my brother up. And, because he was at the parents. And,
Think we have a chance against these guys?
I forget who it was, but I think it was my dad.
I won't know until we actually fight.
Or no, I think it was my brother that said it. He's like, talking about how, like, Goku had, like, he's talking about, like, all the times that, like, this is before I got there, right? Like, he's talking about all the times that Goku died. And he's like, tell my dad all about all this shit, I guess, before I arrived. And, he's like, yeah, didn't Goku die from, like, cancer? Like, what are you talking about? Because I thought he was talking about, like, that one video. You know, the video of, like, Vegeta. He's bald and he's coughing. He's like, this cancer is too strong. I can't beat it. There's that video. And, I thought that's what he was joking about. But I think he probably thought it was real.
There it is. There's
I'm like, no,
The warriors
technically... Well, technically in that scenario, he didn't actually theoretically die from the heart virus.
see the androids for herself.
Like, he died from the heart virus in the future, so I guess you can count that.
She had a
Because in the future timeline, they're all dead, so
boy was a
I'm
young
pretty sure the heart virus got him. I know the androids got Vegeta at the very least.
with Vegeta. All except Goku were surprised to see the child. However, the impending arrival of the androids...
You know what else bugs the shit out of me? Is when you're watching the anime,
as Goku and
there are certain times, which it's not a big deal, but it's just one of those things of like, if you guys are going to remaster it, you could just at least color in fucking Trunks' hair. They do that from time to time, where like sometimes you'll see like Trunks, baby Trunks specifically, his purple hair is not colored in because they colored in for the skin, and I think they forgot to, you know, color the other part of it.
Hey, what gives?
Well, obviously, but I mean,
Power at all.
you know what I mean.
That's it. They're androids, which means we can't sense their energy.
You're kidding, right? Where could they be?
if we can't sniff them out, then we're just gonna have to hunt them down.
All right, guys, split up.
Kind of funny how everybody decided to wear their original gis today. Like, everyone's just wearing their battle outfits, like their main ones.
Okay?
Okay.
Well, I mean, they are gonna go into battle. Why am I saying stupid shit in the first place? I have no... I don't know. I'm fucking brain dead. It's late at night. I just got off work.
Could those things possibly be?
Forgive me for forgetting everything possible.
Picture of them or something. Krillin,
Have you seen the androids?
if you find one,
That's okay.
let
Take
us
your
know,
time.
okay? I never imagined we wouldn't be.
Yeah, I guess what I was trying to say is, like, I remember Yamcha being in his casual outfit, and now he's in his battle gi, right? But the funny thing is,
It's me,
you know,
after the
where
sun
they kind of
races
mistake
already.
him for Goku,
Same here. There's gotta be some place we haven't
Yamcha for Goku, and it's like, he could have worn a different fucking gi, but I keep forgetting that he actually was part of Master Roshi's
All right. Whoa.
little ordeal. Yeah, no one's here. I didn't see shit. Oh, well, there they are. Has anybody seen Yamcha? Well, now we found him. Damn, those prostitutes can suck him dry. God damn.
Krillin! Yamcha's still alive! I left some sensu beans behind.
Because isn't that what this entire city's filled with? Prostitutes, right? Something like that?
Right, I'm on it.
Yeah, that's right. You get out of here. You go fix up Yamcha. Because he keeps fucking dying.
Androids.
Although now we have the sensu beans, so we're fine. Although I kind of think that, well, I mean, if they would have healed Yamcha right there, wouldn't the androids would have killed him again? Come to think of it, wouldn't have been kind of pointless. I was gonna say, like, shouldn't they just heal him there? But like, they don't technically have to. Although, didn't they forget that? I don't remember.
Let's move somewhere else.
I remember some things about the anime and what have you, but not much.
You're okay with that, right?
I still have yet to read the full manga though.
With no people? Fine. We will allow you to choose the place of your death, Goku.
It's always kind of funny how the villains just let them do that.
We know all of
I guess you could say somewhat of like a humiliation thing,
And you are
maybe.
Tien.
Where they're like, oh, we'll go beat you wherever. It doesn't matter where the fuck we fight. We'll go fight you wherever. Like, some of these villains just don't have, like, an honor system. Like, no, I mean, they have an honor system to some degree, right? Because they're like, okay, we'll just go fuck off somewhere else with you, I guess. I guess we just won't fight here because, I don't know. I guess we just won't because you said we shouldn't. And that's what you're going to do, huh, Goku? And it's like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go fight somewhere else, I guess. Oh, yeah, there we go. It says something about the Far West lands, and I was confused for a second. If an enemy's stunned, hit them hard with a super attack. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Raditz is here. Well, I mean, I got Piccolo right here. Can't I just play fucking Piccolo? But I can't. Be nice if I could. I think you just have to do an inside intermission shit. Alright, so here's the thing. We either go do this episode now and go finish off the androids. Well, go do the next fight of androids. Which, to be fair, we probably have time because once they're gone, I mean, they're going to fuck off. I'm going to go find them. Unless it's going to immediately... Well, we're going to have to play Vegeta. Well, I don't think it really matters. I mean, well, I don't really... Well, I don't... Well... I'm trying to do, Ronald Reagan, but I'm doing a very good job at that. Speaking of voices, I've been getting pretty, okay with my Hank Hill voice. Been practicing a lot on that one. Although it might not sound that great, but, you know, I've been trying a little bit harder, I guess. With all the recent recordings, especially.
This ends now.
Ah, sorry.
Fight right here.
I can just imagine it now, Hank Hill
Right to choose the
as Goku, and then Bobby as, not really Gohan, but maybe Krillin or something, I don't know. Or probably, yeah, probably Gohan in that case.
So,
Dang it, Bobby, I told you to get off the planet when I turned Super Saiyan. Why are you still on Namek?
tell us, how do you know who we are?
I don't know, Dad.
Very well. I will tell you.
I don't know, Dad.
I have been observing you
Dad.
for quite some time now.
I don't know,
Using
Dad.
an ultra-small
That's my favorite Bobby
size
voice. I don't know how to do Bobby's hard.
tournament. During your fight,
But if you want to go see more of my funny haha antics, definitely check out our co-op content, which you can find on my channel. If you go down the main page, you'll see co-op content
day witness
playlist thingy or whatever, and then from there you can see all the ones that are from my friend's channel and my channel.
because of you.
We just recently finished Mario 64. That was pretty funny. That was pretty wacky.
World domination
We're also currently doing Super Mario Brothers, new Super Mario Brothers,
remain.
with 4 people, which is also pretty wacky. And then PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, like Street Fighter Cross Tekken on his channel, Kirby Superstar on his channel, and actually, funny enough, one of my favorite things that we're doing right now actually is Goemon. I honestly enjoy Goemon 64. I think it's pretty fun.
Fight on planet
So there's that. At first, I was kind of a little bit skeptical about whether or not I would like it, because it was just kind of like a regular run-of-the-mill platformer. I didn't think too much of it, but then it became a bitch to play. It became too hard for a little while. And then I started getting used to it and learning it. Now it's like, oh wow, this is actually a really fun game.
Whether you know it or not, you just dug your own grave. You don't know about Super Saiyans.
What the fuck is a Super Saiyan?
I see. Impressive, but no cause for concern. Android 19 here should be more than enough to defeat you.
Yeah. You fucking wish. Alright, you fat clown, let's do this.
Well then, what do you say?
Oh yeah, I guess I got transform first. Alright, good, knocked him away. Watch this, I'm gonna go through the entire battle without taking a single point of damage. Get ready to be impressed. Oh! Yeah, see, I almost took damage there, but I dodged back quickly. Because I'm too smart for this game. Aha! He launched one shot at me, but he missed. Uh-oh. That didn't count. Redo. That didn't count. Oh, fuck. I actually probably could have done that with no damage, but I still... No, I didn't. I didn't take any damage at all. I didn't see anything happen. Not in the slightest. Oh, Goku's dying. He's getting fucked. And not once did 19 use his energy suck on me.
Goku be trying to rush the
But because it's technically canon to Dragon Ball Z,
full power.
at least for 95% of the game, technically he would have probably sucked up some energy by now, right? Or is he going to do it right now? Yeah, there it is. Murder.exe online.
Goku, don't fire any.
What was that
energy
joke about them
attacks.
being...
They can absorb them
Hold on.
with their hands.
It was from the abridged. I'm trying to remember. It was a pretty funny one where it's like
Absorb the attacks.
they're talking to Jiro and 19, and then
What's going on? Goku
somebody
doesn't look so
mentioned
good.
something about like I think it was like, how do they know that we were here? How did you guys know that we're gonna be here? I think that's what it was.
Heart virus, the kid from the future.
And then 19 scans them and says they are like 85% psychic or some shit like that. I don't know. I find that joke kind of funny.
I don't believe it. He seemed perfectly fine when he was training alongside me and Gohan. Damn. All the times for Goku to get sick. Why did it have to be now?
Because, just like with Mecha Frieza, he wanted you guys to do it. He wants you guys to learn how to fight. Please don't make a habit of that. Uh-oh. We're about to get reverse cowgirled. I could have sworn that 19
Kakarot.
talks, doesn't he?
Not some junk puppets like you.
I could be wrong. Well, anyway, now we get Vegeta here. So, Vegeta to save the day. Something that doesn't happen all the time. And probably won't happen for another good long while.
Weak now. Maybe the fight's over.
And I guess spoiler warning, but he kind of, sort of stopped Cell, kind of. I mean, it was him shooting that little energy blast that kind of made Gohan, you know, blast him even harder. So there's that. Give him a small chance breathing room, and then he also sacrificed himself for Boo. He didn't save the day, but he certainly did something. You know, I mean, that's commendable.
Goku.
The heart virus that the kid from the future mentioned. That's likely what he's struggling with.
No.
Somebody needs to get him out of here. Give him that heart medicine right away.
Why does Vegeta... Why does his model look so weird right there?
Admit it, I'm probably not going to be much help.
I think it's just because of his height alone makes it look kind of funny.
Looks like you've got to
He looks
deal
like a...
with me.
He actually looks like a troll doll.
Android 20. Please
There it is,
allow
yeah.
me to exterminate Vegeta.
Very well. Then I will take care of the remaining 4.
Oh, poopy.
You two don't look as tough as everyone had said you would be.
We already know.
Sorry, I'm not bored.
extent of your
I'm just
fighting
tired.
prowess.
That's all. And my nose is getting all, like, fucking stuffy.
More than calculations to understand us Saiyans. So tell me, are androids capable of experiencing fear?
Vegeta's a
You know, technically, out of all the things that are considered androids, I mean, yeah, Android 19 and 20, I think, would be full-on actual androids, right?
Eventually, I came to
Like, they are just
realize
the
limitations
actual
of
true
my
definition of what an android is. But then, like, 17 and 18, as far as I'm aware, still have their
finally awakened,
parts.
became a Super Saiyan.
I mean, 18 for sure does. We know that for a fact.
That might be impressive.
Or
to
did they
some,
get wished back with...
but
I
paltry
don't...
power increase does not make you a match for us androids. That cocky sneer will soon be turned into sheer terror.
Why is it... Oh, am I getting, like, an intermission thing? Okay, so Vegeta gets a big giant level up, so they're probably giving you a chance. And if they give me a chance, no. We'll go ahead and level him up, and then we'll just, I guess, beat down Android 18. in the next episode. Yeah, I know. What a way to fucking send that off, huh? I mean, it's already been like an hour and a half, so I might as well just not keep going and just wait until the next one. Wait until Goku. We got Gallo Gun level 3. That's good. I'm not really going to use the consecutive blast much. Okay. I don't want to use super recovery much. Destructive blow I use more often. Anything. But we have the orbs. Might as well use them. I mean, we wished like a big giant pack of them on the dragon itself anyway, so. There's that. Sucks you got to get these level 3 to continue them on. But that's what it is. And now we have Super Saiyan because, well, Vegeta just now basically got it. Yeah, Destructive Blow and probably maybe Killer Cup. Well, he doesn't really... That doesn't matter. So yeah, that'll be it for this. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you all next time when we play some more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And as... Oh, I guess he's level 38 as well. So, yeah, Goku's like level 40 something now. So, yeah, as always, take care, everybody.